And I forgot to turn my voice on. Hello there, everyone. We are here with the Science Live. Dear everyone, hi, it's me, Austin. And I am here to do something that I've been wanting to do for a while, which is to do Science Live. It's literally what it says in the tin. Mainly today, what I'm going to be doing is going over my video, on the science of, why is that not showing up? Son of a bit. Okay, it is just really faint. Going over my latest science video, going over a couple mistakes I made, really only one mistake, which was a math error that did not really impact the video. It was we'll get to that. But eventually I want to do some new topics. I'm also going to, for those of you who are curious, I'm going to start doing new science videos on the channel. So why does my nose always get stuffed up when I start a live stream? We are going to be I'm going to be doing some more actual science videos on Shoddycast, mainly TVs, movie, and maybe smaller games that I ordinarily wouldn't do on Game Theorists. So, the first thing that I want to get into is an error that I made. And let's get on over to here. So in my video, oh, actually, you know what? No, let me show the error here. This is the error. Those of you who who watched the video, sorry, I'm brand new to this, so I'm a little disheveled. I planned as much as I could. I'm strangely nervous to be doing math live, actually. Anyway, this is an error that I made in my video, where I first of all, there's a couple errors here. You can't see my cursor, but the PC squared is wrong, and my simplification job is wrong. So, let's hop on over to my little scratch piece of paper here. And we are going to I have my notes. I actually made notes. In the future, I may not have notes, but I need them today because there's a lot to go over. This is something I used to calculate how much energy it would take to move from the Nether to the Minecraft overworld and vice versa. And wow, that's garbage. I have bad handwriting. So this is, I want to make sure I got it right. Squared. Oh, my hands are so shaky. I don't know if it's the coffee or because I'm nervous to be doing this finally. Plus, so it's MC squared, that squared, plus PC, all of this squared. This is the correct version here. And I wanted to, so the reason I made the mistake in the video was because I'm trying to get better at simplifying radicals. In some video, I've always been kind of bad at it. And in some videos, I feel like I've had formulas that were just kind of ugly and hard to animate. Actually, doing the square root symbol in a video is actually a huge pain in the butt, believe it or not. So I've been trying to get better about simplifying radicals. And the way I simplified this was wrong for a bunch of reasons. Mainly that if there is a plus, you cannot just cancel out things when you do the square root. That's verboten. If these were multiplied, then that would be okay. But you can't do that. So, what... and here, I'll go over why I thought it was fine in a second, but here's how you actually simplify this. So you want to get rid of this squared here. So you do square root things. So you get E equals the square root of, you basically get a very ugly looking formula. If you want to make it less ugly, you can do m squared c to the 4 plus p. Which one looks better? I think p squared c squared. Does that look better? Or it is. I guess that's the trouble, right? Anyway, I don't actually know why I got it wrong. This like, I got 2 wrong things. Like, this is not p c squared. I just messed up somewhere when I was simplifying for the video. Now, I got the value for this, and okay, so this is the original formula, oopsie daisy, that I actually used at first to get my value. But then I was like, oh, I want to practice simplifying radicals. So I got my really wrong answer. E equals, like, what did I do? I did c squared, I think, plus the square root of p, yeah, times c is what I did. This is wrong. But because I knew that I was not super great at simplifying radicals, I tested this result against this result, and I did get an answer that was slightly off. Like, if I can't remember that the actual result is 1.0 blah. Let's just make a 1, 3, 4. This is just an example. E10 for this. The answer I got for this was not very different. I got like 1.000135 or something like that, E10. It was more numbers than that, but it was buried in there. It was not a significant figure. And I counted, what I did is I usually do all my math in spreadsheets in Excel, because if I make a mistake, I learned early on when I used to do math on paper, that if I made a mistake, I would have to go through and do all my math all over again, putting things in. But in Excel, I can just change the wrong part, and all the dependencies will auto-update. So I counted, but the thing is, Excel can be bad at math sometimes. So I accounted this difference here to being, oopsie daisy, wow, good job, Austin, to being, due to like the differences of simplification. I thought this was more accurate, basically, because I thought it was rounding errors. Rounding, not necessarily errors, but rounding differences. Turns out it was because I was wrong, and the reason I was wrong, and it didn't really affect the number like that badly, is because momentum in this equation really doesn't make that big of a difference. When you're going what was it? It was 99.22% the speed of light. Your starting momentum just does not make that much of a difference compared to this. Now, and just a quick thing, getting a bit messy here. The reason, oopsie daisy, just real quick, that E squared equals MC squared plus PC squared becomes E equals MC squared is usually because we're getting momentum is 0, which cancels this out, which means you don't have to worry about this plus sign. When you square root this, it just knocks that out, so you get E equals MC squared, and this would be for particles with no momentum that have massive particles with no momentum is E equals MC squared. That's just where that comes from. So that's the actual error that I made in that video that I wanted to correct first thing. But there's another thing that people brought up that I did think about, which is actually the thing that I originally thought when I was making the video. When I first started researching it, and that is, Austin, wouldn't it make more sense for why 1 block moved in the Nether equals 8 blocks moved in the overworld? And that would be this thing that makes more sense would be that you have a badly drawn sphere. A sphere... Wow, come on, Austin. Third time's a charm. It's a Parker circle. I'm very new to working with this tablet. I'm guessing I will be better in the future. My handwriting actually is as bad, though. Is to have the Minecraft overworld here and the Nether somewhere down here, so that if we have a starting point here and you walk this way, 1, and then that becomes, as you scale out, becomes 8 here. And that the Nether portal is essentially an elevator that takes you down to the core here. Is something that people brought up to me, and it's a good thought, because I mean, so first I have to say, so another reason I'm doing this live stream is there are things that I cut from videos to make them makeable. Like a video, that one was 16 minutes long. I didn't actually have this in the script. I had some other things in the script. But I just didn't put in. There's lots of stuff that gets cut because I mean, this is one of many things that got cut, for time, that I didn't think mattered, but was brought up a lot. And it's a good, I tested this. I didn't run the math originally. Let me check the chat, make sure. Oh, thank you, Alex, for the super chat, and Jacob for Sawyer for the super chat. Fanthan Entity, thank you for the super chat. Okay, so let's get back to it. Just want to make sure that no one was complaining about. Anyway, so this is what people brought up. And it's a good idea that has a couple problems. And actually, I'm going to illustrate it. I'm going to actually show us in game a couple of the problems because I tested it explicitly because I wanted to make sure. So, okay. Good idea, some problems with it. And we're going to do all the math on it today. The first is the biggest problem. And that is the Minecraft world has a limited world size, okay? It is 29,999,984 times 2 blocks, which are equivalent to meters, by 299 times 2. Same thing over here. It's a square. I do times 2 because it counts as 29 blah 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 this way, -29 blah 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 this way, and then the same this way and that way. Now, your intuition would say that the Nether is ergo, well, I'd say 1/64th the size of this, somewhere around here. I think. Is that right? Yes. Yes. Okay. That is not the case. The Nether is exactly the same as the overworld in size. Precisely. Which is interesting because once you travel past whatever 984 divided by 8 this way, you can still create a Nether portal, and it will just, if you create a Nether portal here, it'll go here, If you create one here at the very edge, it'll also go here, okay? It just stops at that world end. And we're going to illustrate that right now by going into this game that I have. I should change over the to this one. Okay, back to game. I have... You should be able to see the XY thing up top. Okay, how do I... Let me just put my tablet down here so it stays out of the way. Now let's see. We want to... pull my little tablet glovey thing off. We're going to teleport to... What's it again? Oh, I wrote it down. Thank God. 2999... Wait, it goes... I think it goes XYZ. Y is up, so I have to make sure to not make that crazy. Yeah. 299999 980. Let's make it so we're not right on top of the thing, and then we'll do 67. Why is it red? Stop. There we go. Oh, because it's just math. Okay, and then we'll do 291. Because I want to make sure I get this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. Oops, 80. Okay, and be careful. Be warned. This is going to cause a bit of lag. It always seems to. Oh, we're right there. Ah, the hell is that? Oh, I'm in an icy biome here. Okay, so here's this. Got it. See the coordinates. This is the world border. This is how big the Minecraft world is. We're gonna go to... Let's get some obsidian. There is a way to go to the Nether teleporting, but I always forget the syntax. Flint 2. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Wait, wrong. There we go. And boom. Okay. Let's go to the Nether. And our coordinates will be divided. This is probably where the lag will happen. I've noticed the Nether really lags around the world boundary. Oh, that's pretty cool. I've never actually teleported into... So our coordinates right now are everything else divided by 8. And we're going to teleport to... Actually, the same. Can we just do the same command? Yeah. Teleport here. And this is the world boundary for the Nether. As you can see, it is the same coordinates. So the Nether is the exact same size of the main Minecraft overworld, which means the nested spheres theory can't possibly work. That being said, that's why I dismissed it, because I actually thought that that was my original go-to, was the same thing. But you really can't justify it. Now, we're going to just pretend that maybe this is just not the biggest deal ever. Maybe, who gives a shit? And we're going to do all the calculations for this anyway. We're going to figure out, what if this were actually true? Okay? What if the sphere were possible? And this is why I have all my... I have my trusty notes of formulas, but I didn't... And I did test the math ahead of time. There's some stuff that I didn't test that will be fun. We'll discover some answers together. Okay. So, let's get back into this. I'm going to skip this music. I'm sick of it. It's long. Ha! That's funny, but no. Let's make it something I want to listen to. Yeah. Okay. And so, we are going to do the math for this, which is... Here's this thingy that I have. Okay, so what we need is... First of all, we need to figure out the radius of the... So the idea is that the Minecraft world surrounds the Nether overworld. Okay. So we need to find from the center of this body what this is, this distance. It'll make sense in a bit. In order to find that, we need to take the area formula, because we have the surface area of the Nether. It is 2999998. I'm gonna have this number memorized by the time I'm done here. 984 times 2. That times 2 squared, which we will calculate when it's relevant. And the surface area of a sphere is area equals 4 pi r squared. We need to isolate r, which we can divide by 4 pi. Divide by 4 pi gets us a over 4 pi. Come on, Austin. Over 4 pi equals r squared. Square root it. Boom. Square root it. Okay. So we get r radius is equal to the square root of the area over 4 times pi. And I'm going to, we have the area, we know what pi is, so I'm actually going to hop over to my trusty old Wolfram Alpha, wolframalpha.com, do 984 times 2, and then square that. And then we're going to, which gives us a big number, divide that by 4 times pi. I think I just need to say pi once. Is that it? No, then square root. Square root the whole thing. Boom. All right, that gets us 1.692526. 1.6926. 1.6926 times 10 to the 7th meters is this right here. And okay, that's our first thing that we need, and I'm going to save that number here. We're gonna write it 1.6926 meters radius. Okay. Hide that. Okay. This is our radius for the circle here. And what we need to do now is find the circumference of this circle, because we're going to use cross sections to find all of our math. And what we need to do is we need to find out what percentage or what amount of the total. We don't actually need the whole circumference. Oh, yes, we do. Yes, we do. But what we really need to know is what percent of, like, what amount or percent 8 meters is of the circumference. And then we can use that to work our way down. Because it's 8 meters and 1 meters. Okay, the circumference of a circle is 2 pi r. So now that we have the radius, I'm just going to hop back over to my calculator, which I will hopefully have an on-screen calculator for my next stream. 6926E7. And then 2 pi times that. 2 times pi times that. Equals... Is that right? I think it is, but let me put parentheses around this. I put a Z in there. Yeah, 10635 times 10 to the 8. So equals 1.0635. 635 E8 meters. And then we take 8 divided by I'm just going to write C, but that's when I say C there, that's that. To get a percentage. Now okay, so let's do that. Let me click that. Ooh, Wolfram Alpha, there's the answer. Okay, we do 8 divided by 10 blah times 10 to the 8 equals 7.522 E negative times 10 to the negative 8. That is not necessarily meters. That is just how if I multiplied it by 100, it'd be a percentage. Why did I need to know that? I have to remember my notes now. Okay, so we can use this because this should be the same this should be the same ratio to this circle as it is to this circle because they're the same kind of shape, which means what do I want to find? I want to find radius. I want to find the radius of the nether of this part. So I can do some subtraction later. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to take, and we're going to use this partial circumference to figure that out, which means we can use the circumference here. So we need to isolate the radius, make this so it'll find radius, and I'll show you the magic of how that works. Sorry, I'm making sure that I'm doing this right. If I do it wrong, I did do this ahead of time, so I knew all the formulas I'd need, but I didn't actually. So radius equals circumference over 2 pi. Why does that not seem right? Sorry, I'm thinking. This doesn't seem right. I'm skipping a step. What did I skip? Oh, this is going to take me a minute. Let me go back. Let me think for a second. Okay, so I want to see this. You get to see me live actually thinking this out. Okay, we got circumference equals 2 pi r. We don't know the circumference of the nether. We do know the radius of the whole system, but we don't know this radius either. I'm pretty sure I don't need more formulas. Okay, so we get 7.522 e negative 8 times circumference equals 8. Yeah, equals 8 for this part. So we can use 7.522 e negative 8 times c equals 1 for this. Aha! That's the part I missed. Okay, let me double check that math though. And that should be pretty easy since we have. So we take 7.522 e negative 8 times. Now it'll be slightly off because I made some rounding, but it should be pretty close. Times the circumference, which is 1.0635 E8. Oh, that's looking promising. Equals 7.999647. Yep. Okay, so that's right. That's right. Okay. Okay. So that's good. So with this, if we do the circumference equals 1 divided by 7.522 e negative 8. That will get us the circumference of the Nether, which we can use to find the radius of the Nether. Okay. Woohoo! We got there. Okay. We'll do 1 divided by 7.522 e negative 8. Wait. No, that's right. Sorry, I was just doubting myself for a second. Gets us 1.394. 1.394 times 10 to the, come on now, to the 7 is the circumference of the cross section, whoopsie daisy, of the Nether here. Okay, let me make a new layer because it's getting messy already. And get my numbers. Okay. Overworld radius equals 1.6926 E7 meters. And I don't think I'm going to need the overworld circumference ever again. Actually, let's figure out the radius real quickly. What is it? It's 2 pi radius equals c divided by 2 pi. Let's just get that real quick for the Nether. So circumference is that. So we divide that by 2 pi. Since it's already entered in my calculator. By 2 times pi. All right, 2.1186. Okay, we're due. Oops. That's okay. Nether radius equals 2.1186, was it? 59 meters. Oop. E6 meters. This is looking bad. That there are different orders of magnitude is bad news. And that is, okay, that is all we need. Because with that, and I made a mistake by doing this. Let me just erase this real quickly. Okay, let me hop on over to chat, see if I'm missing anything. Okay. Sorry, I'll try to find a setup which makes it easier for me to see chat in the future. Austin already proved Minecraft is round. I mean, I'm not gonna, we've already done that. We'll be doing that as a separate episode. We just have to take for a given that it's round. Plus, this theory definitely does not work if Minecraft isn't round. Let's see, okay. Everyone's talking about how it's the core of the globe, which is literally the math that we're proving, but okay, whatever. All right, let's get back to it. All right, so why we need this is if we subtract these two, right? We will get a number here that will be, what will it be? I guess it'll tell us, we technically already know almost what we need to know. So here's what we got. We have the overworld. We have the Nether. We know this radius. We know this radius. But we need to know this here for a few reasons that'll become clear in a bit. That'll be really fun, actually. And we can get that just by subtracting, because we have this, we have the hole, and we have this small bit here. And that is, if I do that, 1.6926E7 minus 2.1159E6 gets us 14. Let me make sure that these are separated properly. I never trust scientific notation in online calculators. No, it seems to be right. 14 million equals 14 million 810 and 100 meters. Okay, that's how deep it is. That's how deep the Nether is. For reference, let's see here. Radius of the Earth. Meters, not miles. Christ in a cracker. Is 6.3 million meters. So this is, the Nether is over twice as deep underground as our entire, like the entire Earth could fit right here. Wait, is that right? Yeah, no, it could, yeah. That's, the entire Earth could fit right there with some room to spare. Which might be giving you a hint on some of the troubles we're about to run into. So, this is how deep, if the Minecraft mantle theory is, if the Nether is the Minecraft mantle, which is based literally only because there's bedrock on top. Like just to tell you, like, if it's another planet underground, it could still have bedrock on top. Like, there's no reason, like, if it's in the interior of another planet, there's no reason why it can't just be, like, I'm going to get into why I chose a planet, but it can't, there's no reason why it can't be, like, you just have this habitable zone here where you have the Nether. But, anyway, why is this fun? Because we're going to use this to figure out the pressure that you would be under in that location. Because you have the top section of, now we are going to use, we're going to use flat planes because the extra accuracy you get from having the rounded thing is going to be pretty minuscule. If you have, this is the overworld section, which is, if you're standing here, and then you're standing here in the Nether, it's smaller, remember? Actually, much smaller, but this is going to be 1 here. Okay, so now we could do, I could do 1, 1, 1, or 8, 8. 8, 8. But that actually doesn't matter because it's going to scale identically across. So we'll just do 8, 8, 1, 1. Because this is the 1 block in the Nether versus its equivalents in the overworld. What you have effectively, oh boy, how am I going to do this? Is a, I'm trying to imagine it in my head. Let's just do this. Here's yeah, this is the best way to do it. Just imagine it upside down. Ah, shit. You have a, let's see, this way. I think this is right. Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is why I was really bad at art class. You have a very ugly, very badly drawn This is what's known as a truncated prism. Okay, because it's truncated. A true prism would finish up there. And what we are going to do is figure out the volume, the internal volume of this. Which is, the volume of a truncated prism has its own formula, is 1/3 times a squared plus a times b plus b squared. This is b. This is a. All right? Oh, times height. And this here is our height. Okay? So we have all our numbers. We're going to plug them in. Let me check chat real quick before I plug them in. You ended a possibly friendship-ending argument for me, so take my money's payment. You're welcome. Thank you very much, Kaden. Anyway, so I'm going to hop on over to my calculator here, and we're going to take, so we take what? 1 divided by, it's hard to type in this glove. I'm going to take it off. 1 divided by 3. Come on, there we go. I think I had too much coffee. Times a squared, 8 squared, plus 8 times 1, which is 8, plus 1 squared, which is 1, times h. This is going to be the big 14, 810,110 meters. Let me take out the commas. Gets us 36038. Oh, let me put the glove back on. I already forgot the number. 36.038. Is that it? 3.6038. 3.6038 times 10 to the 8 meters cubed, cubic meters of area. Now, why do we want to know that? Because this is all filled in with garbage that is under pressure due to gravity. Oh, one small thing that I forgot to mention, the Nether and the overworld have the exact same gravity. I tested that as well. They have the same fall rate, which in this system is basically impossible. With this much mass above you, the gravity in the Nether would be much less. Even if this area underneath it were like way dense, and it would be denser, like it's not gonna, like you would, like in our Earth, if you go deep down here, you're gonna experience less gravity because there's mass above you pulling you up. So if you're down here, you've got like like if you're right here, you've got like all this mass pulling you up. So that's another reason why I abandoned this model for Minecraft, because you should be much lighter down here by a significant amount. So that's another reason. Now, if you believe Minecraft is two-dimensional, even though that's impossible, and I'll be fixing my errors for that video another time, and is accelerating through space. It's got little rockets. Technically, that could happen, but now you have an issue of why the fuck the times 8 movement thing, because actually the Nether is the same size. So that's a problem. That doesn't make any sense. So there's issues with every interpretation, because guess what? It's a video game. I thought that the... Well, we'll get to my justifications for the model I used in a bit. So for this, I want to figure out basically the minimum pressure you'd experience. And pressure is... What is it? It is force over area. Okay? So what we want to do is figure out the mass of this wedge here to figure out how much pressure would be experienced by you if you were, in order to be able to be in the Nether. Okay? Let me check chat. I didn't check chat for too long. Density is still a big assumption. Well, yes and no. We can do... Okay, what do we have here? Now, what I was going to do was use the Earth, because the Earth's density is going to be less dense, because we know for a fact what the size of the planet is. Actually, hold on. We can be specific. Fuck that. Surface gravity. Formula. I didn't research this ahead of time. This is the part that I have not done the math ahead of time before. All right. Surface gravity formula is... What is it? Surface gravity is... Where is the formula? Gravity equals Gm over radius squared. We know this, don't know this. Do know this. So what we need to do is we need to isolate mass. We can get the mean mass of Minecraft. Okay, so in order to do that, in order to isolate, we have to multiply. So we get G times R squared equals G, big G, over M, divided by G, So we get mass equals... Yeah, I'm going to assume the density. I was going to use a smaller density, but this density is going to be fucking enormous, probably. Actually, maybe not. That'll be interesting. G... What was it? Yeah. G R squared over the gravitational constant. Okay. Now I just have to find where I wrote down Minecraft's gravity. Shit. I think I calculated it for this video, but I didn't use it. And I know I calculated it for a video a long time ago, but Nether spreadsheets. There it is. Like a billion tabs on this. Okay, let's see. Distance, fall, and time. Gravity is 32.43. 42 or 32? 32. 32.43 meters seconds squared equals G. Okay, so we know the radius as... What is the radius? Ah! It's messy. Of the overworld is 1.692. Is 1.6... Ah, Jesus! Come on, Austin. 1.6926 E7. Okay. We can now use that Wolfram Alpha again, because lazy. Actually, it's not lazy. Okay, so what is it? It is mass equals G, which is, damn it, Austin, 32.43 times 1.6926 E7 divided by... If I do G, will it know what G is? Newtonian gravitational constant. Yes, it does. I love Wolfram Alpha. What's the answer? Here we go. Is that correct, though? Let me make sure. Gravitational constant. I don't trust it. I don't trust anything. I'm just going to put in... It's 6.67402 E negative 11. Okay. That looks right, but I'm not trusting it at all. Our answer should give us the mass of the Minecraft world, which is 8.2245. 8.2245 times 10 to the 18 kilograms. It's very massive. When we divide that by the area. Hold on. The volume. Did I do? Damn, I have to look up a new formula now? God damn it. Okay. Can't remember it off the top of my head. Volume of a sphere is 4 divided by 3 times 5. 4, 3. Radius of a sphere. Come on, now. Get on the right tab. Or right thing. Okay. Wait, did I look it up? Yeah, volume. Okay. Volume of sphere equals 4 divided by 3 pi r cubed, and the radius is this one. Okay. Let's get that answer. You are I'm doing straight up a whole fucking science episode's worth of math for you. Ooh, I can just enter the radius in the Google thing. So let's just do that. 1.66926 E7 gets us a volume of 2.03 times 10 to the 22. Oops. 2.03 E22 meters. All this divided by each other should give us the mean density. Now, some of that, there's a density gradient in any planet that we should account for. Most of the planet is above, but most of the density is also going to be in the sphere. But the Nether in this model does not take up a huge amount of space. I do like Wolfram Alpha uses more significant figures than Google does. So 8.2245 E18 divided by 2.03 E22 gives us Is that even possible? Is that density even possible? Right, kilograms? That's the mass of the whole system. Ha! Okay, well fine, let's do this. That's an incredibly small number. 0.0040515 kilograms per cubic meter. Wait, sorry. Cubic meter. Wow, that is wow, that is density. Let's look up what's it? Engineering toolbox. Densities. Let's look at just densities of solids. Kilograms a meter cubed. Oh my god, this means that this means that basically Minecraft should be a gas giant. Density, mean density of Jupiter. Kilograms. Do it in kilograms. I hate when they do grams per centimeters. Volume. Oh my god, this thing is like you shouldn't be able to stand on Minecraft. That is actually pretty funny. I'm super glad I did that. That's pretty ridiculous. Okay. Let's keep going though. So we have the volume of our truncated. Let's move this up here. Thingy, which is, let me write it down again. Volume above you equals 3.6038 E8 meters cubed. Let me make sure that maybe. You didn't square the radius. Oh, did I not square the radius? Hold on. That's why I went to the chat to see if I messed something up. When did I not square the radius? Forgot to square the mass. Let me make mass is 2. Oh, did I? That would be worse, actually, I think. Let me go back. See, this is... Where's Wolfram Alpha? Come on. Wolfram Alpha. Did I close you? Fuck! History. No, I didn't, according to my history. Where is it? Dear thingy. Okay. Maybe if I go back. All right, let's see. I may have messed something up. Let's see here. When I did 1/3 times blah blah times height. Now that one's right. Sorry, hold on. I'm gonna do mass is equal to. Let's see if I did that. Maybe I did screw that up. That would make more sense. I was like, what? Okay. Let's try again. 32.43 times. This is like playing a video game. You're always worse. 1.6926E7 squared. Yeah, there we go. That's gonna hopefully fix it. Divided by gravitational constant. I'm gonna just download that or copy it again. Thank you, everyone. E-11, is that it? There we go. Haha, let's try that again. Okay, that's way better. 1392. Let's get, is it this one yet? There we go. Just erase this old thing. Thank you, guys. I specifically went over there to check if I messed something up. I was like, if I mess something up, chat's gonna let me know, and boy, did you. 1.392. 392. E26. There we go. That means our density is definitely off. That's off. Okay. Oh boy. Don't worry, guys. I was coming to check. Okay. So then we take that and we divide it by... I want it to be E26. Just because I don't know, I trust it more for whatever reason. Come on. Divided by 2.03. This is like when you live stream games. People who don't live stream don't know this, but you're always worse at games. All right, 2.03 E22. This is gonna get us a much more realistic number. Okay, that is pretty dense. 6.857. 857 kilograms per cubic meter. Big difference there. All right, so we have that fixed. Thank you, chat, for pointing that out. That is, what is the mean density of the Earth? It's gotta be less than that. Oh my God, I have to do that in Wolfram Alpha too, because Google always wants to give it to me in grams per, in kilogram meter. Oh my God. No, here we go. Mean density of the Earth. So just Google. It'll just give me it in kilograms. Okay, that's not too bad. The mean density of the Earth is 5515 kilograms per cubic meter. And the mean density of the Minecraft world is 6857 kilograms per cubic meter. Now, remember I said before that in between the Nether and the overworld, the entire Earth can fit with some space. Because of that, and because these numbers are so close, and because the core is denser than the outside part, I am still going to use the mean density of the Earth to figure out how much pressure you'd be under, because it's less. And it's a good shorthand. So all I need for that, but it's still fun to figure it out, because if it had been dramatically different, we would have had to do something else. But since it's pretty close, I'm still going to use it. 2.03 E 22 meters cubed. Okay. And that's all we need, because we need to figure out the weight. Oh, that's no, I'm gonna use the Earth's mean density. Mean density of the Earth is 5515 kilograms per meters cubed. So this is a 1 meter by 1 meter. So we need to take this 5515 times 2.03 E22 gets us what does it get us? Could you get that to me in scientific notation, please? Because that is what? That is million, billion, trillion, quadrillion, quintillion, sextillion, septillion? Yeah. That is 111 septillion kilograms, 1.119. Oh, this is going to be super easy because it's over 1 square meter. 1.11. You know what? Yeah, 95 kilograms is the mass of that area. Is that right? If that's in E26. Hold on a second. I want to check. What is the mass? How's that possible? 1.392 E26 is the total mass of Minecraft. That is like... How is that possible? That doesn't make sense, does it? That these numbers... Wait. If that's the whole map... did I mess something up? So if I have 1.1195... Oh, hold on. First of all, I'm getting... I wish the E button. Why does that not seem right? Something seems wrong about that. Oh, no, it says to the 26 times 10 to the 26. Wait a minute. No, that's... Oh, I wonder if that's... Hold on, is that the wrong... That might be the wrong volume. Hold on. Ah, there it is. Ha! I was using the entire volume of the Minecraft. Okay, 3.6038. I was like, that can't be right. 3.6038. That makes way more sense. 3.6038 E8 meters cubed. There we go. I was like, something's not right. God damn it, I put it in the wrong fucking layer. Just trace over it. 3.603 8 E 8 meters cubed. There we go. Okay, let's try that again with the right numbers. I was like, wait a minute. I do that all the time. I actually do it less when I have spreadsheets because everything is all linked properly and labeled. Okay. The actual... There we go. We'll do it live! Someone asked me if I pre-recorded this. So I didn't even do any of this math myself beforehand. So this is truly live. 1.987 E18, was it? 16. Whoopsie daisy. 16. That is 1,000, million, billion, trillion. Wait. Million, billion, trillion. Yeah, 19 quadrillion kilograms. Divided by 1 square meter. 1 meter squared. Gets us a pressure, which is, I think that's pascals, right? Let's... Pascal unit is kilograms over... Oh, yeah. So... That's the... But then I have to account for... This is not enough. This is incorrect. It's almost correct, but it's not correct. This is the mass that's over your head. But Pascal is pressure. Pressure is force over area, correct? I always have to do this. I have to do force applied perpendicular surface of an object per unit area. Yes. Force over area. Okay, so we got that. But I need to know the force, and force is mass times acceleration. In this case, the acceleration is due to gravity, which is 32.43. 2.43 meters second squared. And that'll be over 1 meter, square meter. And that answer is... I know how to wolfram alpha. I closed it again like a dummy. 1.987. 87, not 81. E16 times 32.43. 32.43. 43. Gives us... Why is it not in scientific notation? Come on, give it to me in scientific notation. 6.443. 6.44. 3. E. 17 pascals of pressure. So I don't know. That might be enough pressure to liquefy oxygen. Not super sure about, excuse me, that one. Let's do, this is one of my favorite web pages, is Wikipedia has a bunch of orders of magnitude. So orders of magnitude pressure. Makes it really easy to compare stuff. All right, 10 to the 17. As I suspected, something really bad. Okay. So, 10. Oopsie daisy. What the fuck is that? Go away. What is that? I don't want it. Go away. What are you? Go away. Get out of here. Get out of here, you mook. I'm just gonna leave it over there, I guess. 10 to the 16 pascals equals the pressure at the core of the sun. So we're talking nuclear fusion levels of pressure should be happening in the Nether. According to all of these different factors. Which actually kind of makes sense, given the high gravity of the mass at the surface. So it's somewhere between the pressure... Okay, so that's the highest pressure there. That is actually how many times the pressure? I can divide this. Divide by 10 to the 16. So that is if the Nether were nested, is 64 times the pressure of this in the core of the sun is how much pressure you would be under in the Nether. So either poor Steve, really badly drawn Roblox Steve here, should be compressing in on themselves, and when they come back, or when they come back up from the Nether, exploding like a frickin' bomb. Or both. So that's fun. So, how do I get rid of that thing? Go away. I don't know what that is. Okay, whatever. So, now we have to get to the point of... So that's fun. I am really happy with that answer. Turns out, anytime you apply real-world logic to video games, it gets ridiculous. Let me... I'm not off game theorist. I am just here and in game theory. So, there's other things that are possible. One of the things the reason I assumed... So there's a few ways that if you're doing the relativistic model that I did, there's a few ways you can do it. You can do it that the Nether is sitting here, since it's the same size, remember, which is why I eventually went with this, and that the overworld, or Minecraft, is zipping off this way at an incredible speed. The problem is the distance between the two is going to become just, like, huge. Like, really quickly. Like within a year, it's going to be 1 light year, basically 1 light year apart. Definitely within 2 years, it's going to be 1 light year apart. So it may travel very difficult. The reason I went with let's see here. Get Nether. Overworld. Some sort of orbiting body. And then eventually I decided that it was orbiting body. And I decided that it was orbiting, this was orbiting the sun, and this was orbiting that, and this is orbiting that. The reason I went with this idea is because it actually seemed the most plausible way to do a relativistic time difference. Because you can raise the Nether into a higher orbit, which means it will, like, to the point where when something has a high orbit, like, let's take, this is a very simple model. Take this thing. If this thing is orbiting at 100 meters a second, it's got circular orbit, it's orbiting this thing. Something all the way out here can orbit it at just, like, 1 meter a second. If this thing were to go 100, it would fly off. It would reach, that's, like, way above the escape velocity. So the lower you are in an orbit, the faster you're going. So I was like, okay, so the lower I can get this going, as long as I have really high mass, I can get this low into an orbit, and it's going to be able to spin because it, gravity will be strong enough to hold on to it. Meanwhile, this will not be a far distance away from it, so I can get this thing not only going as fast as I want, but I can get it into basically any kind of gravitational well that I want. I think it's really elegant. And that way you get to preserve the 8 times thing. Now, I did prove with Lorentz contraction that time and space are linked. Not X. They cannot be separated. Period. If something is contracting in space-time, in space, it has to be contracting in time as well. I think the fact that the clock goes bananas is a nice, like, way of thinking about this. Like, that's why it goes crazy. So that I like this model. This one also works. People suggest, they say, well, the Nether is another dimension, which is basically a phrase that has no meaning. Dimensions, as we use them in fiction, are a thing that have been made up by fiction. Because in real life we have one dimension this way, I guess technically, and then we have another dimension this way, 2 dimensions. We have 3 dimensions going the other way. And then we have all of this moving forward in time, the 4th dimension. Now, string theory uses excess dimensions to explain all sorts of stuff. And I thought about using it to describe in my Apex Legends video, but this does not jive with the idea of dimensions as we see them in video games. In video games, dimensions are basically like universes, an entire universe that's basically overlapped within a traveling distance. So the closest thing to real ideas that we have are multiverses, where we have our universe here. We have another universe here. Now, inside our universe is the observable universe, the amount of light that has reached us since our birth of our planet. And then we have the Milky Way, and then we have us in the Milky Way. The idea being that you travel all the way to another multiverse? Another universe? Sure. Energy is going to be a lot more than anything here. The other model I thought about was a galactic one, right? Really bad galaxy. At the center of our galaxy is a supermassive black hole. Now, I was like, well, Minecraft could be orbiting this black hole. A really bad fucking galaxy. There we go. That's a little better. And then maybe the Nether is over here, right? And then the thing is traveling between. This is functionally the exact same model as Minecraft orbiting a sun. It's orbiting a black hole, or according to our math, twirling towards a black hole, and then Nether being here. The only real difference, it's like our planet, Earth, is it's orbiting this black hole. That's the same thing. The only difference is how far away they are from each other. And according to my math, once you get a certain distance away from here, you really see really diminishing returns on space-time compression. So there's really no point in making the Nether like all the way over here. All you're doing is increasing the energy required to travel and the implications thereof. So, and like the reality of traveling like 50,000 plus light years in 8 seconds is kind of ridiculous. This is actually more plausible. So that's why I went with this. That's why I didn't go with multiverses. That's why I didn't go with the reason the Nether being the exact same size as the overworld All those things were why I didn't, that is definitely does not look equal, are all why I didn't go with the specific reasons I didn't went with before. This is the most plausible to me. You are obviously free to think whatever you want. Now, a couple of other things that I thought were pretty cool. That's everything there. One more thing that I thought was really cool, Lorentz contraction. Actually, it was not Lorentz contraction. Wait, was it okay, hold on. I have to look up whether it was space, which special relativity. I have to see if it, I think he did time dilation. Okay, Lorentz time factor is what? It's gamma equals 1 over. I had it memorized for a while. A factor. And then after this, I'm going to look at the chat. Gamma equals 1 over square root of 1 minus v squared over c squared. Ah! This was discovered by Hendrik Lorentz, in the 1800s. This predates general and special relativity. Lorentz discovered time dilation prior to Einstein's theories proving the rest of it. This was worked into it. Schwarzschild also has a variation on this. His is the one that does gravity. Hilariously, so I mentioned this in the video a little bit. People thought that since light is a wave, like oceans are waves. Ocean waves are forced through a medium, water. They figured that light being a wave would have a medium, which was the ether, or the you know what, let me look it up real quick. Oh, I get it. Lumen. Fair. OUS? OUS. Ether. Lumen. I don't even have to look this up. Thank you, Latin. Being like light. Ferrous. Magnetic. So you're looking at like electromagnetism, which is what light is, electromagnetism. They figured this ether was the medium through which light traveled. It turns out it's bullshit. It doesn't exist. It's been debunked. Most people don't learn about it in school because why confuse people about a thing that was debunked basically 100 years ago at this point. But Lorentz, and he tried to make his theories fit within the luminiferous ether. And that was basically, like, everyone was finding out things about light that didn't make any sense. According to this, and they kept, like, contorting themselves to fit it into here. Einstein finally killed it. He was like, die with my knife of plus E equals MC squared. So yeah, that is basically everything I wanted to go over from the episode that I left out. And then we went over some of the solutions for the... if the nested theory were true, you'd still have some problems. You would basically have to have some way of protecting you down there. Of course, the other solution is that they are different like layers and someone's coordinating, they 8 times travel in a different way. Anyway, let's see here. Let's see. Why is the multiverse idea rejected? Because it's stupid. Human. Oh, he asked many times. Okay, you do the math, a human. You can say a different universe argument over and enjoy that if you want. Maybe actually do some work instead of just saying that something's debunked because of 2 words. Love this guy's way around math. Thank you. But this is set in fiction. Yes, it is. That's the whole contrivance of my show. Thank you, Connor, for the super chat. Just to not understand my whole thing. Oh, here we go. Need to add Question Quest as a moderator. Let's see. Oh my god, human, you said the thing about a different universe like 100 times. It's not. You're wrong. Congratulations, I noticed you and got annoyed by you. Okay. Science is now permanently back on Shoddycast. It's not only on Shoddycast. Nothing said it was only on Shoddycast. It is back here. I'm going to be doing this, plus some other episodes and some other live streams, all based around this. But I'm still going to be doing stuff on Game Theory. There's no reason not to. Math dies in Endgame. I have not actually seen Endgame yet. I did Google the spoilers, so... Should bookmark World of Math if you haven't already. Yeah, I know, right? Have I seen Colin Furz's latest video from Anakin Skywalker? No. You were the chosen one! Okay. Math is surprisingly fun to solve for an actual problem instead of just arbitrary formulas and equations for the sake of arbitrary problems and formulas. I agree with you, Adam Sorcerer. No, using the E instead of 10 to the X isn't only specific engineering notation, but also scientific. A quick jump to Wikipedia will show you that there are more differences. For what I do, it's not that much of a difference. It's just shorter to me. The differences are not that fantastic. Let's see. Yeah, I do not like grams to centimeters cubed, especially since I do all my math in meters and kilograms. Like, come on. Okay, so... no major questions. No major mistakes. Awesome. Excellent. Now, if you want to believe the multiverse theory, you are free to do so. I would not say it debunks this. I just think that this is the most efficient explanation. Obviously, I'm just applying... Also, the math for... Gosh, I had to blow my nose. I should have done this like fucking an hour ago. I have to blow my nose. Oh my god. Didn't MatPat already do a video on the umbrellas in it? Hello, neighbor? Anyway, what have I got going on here? Okay. Oh, I have to go back to my little here we go. Just me talking. Okay. So that is, and of course the media source in the background. That thing always freezes. Come on now. There we go. I'm gonna be doing these for a bunch of my videos. I'm going to find ones that I'm most interested in doing errata on. You can feel free to link this to anybody, but this is the main format science going to be taking here on Shoddycast until I have the time to do actual videos here, which I will be working on. I have a couple of big things that I need to do for game theorists first. I have a brand deal that I need to get head up, but I'm gonna be moving on to TV, doing TV stuff. So you have any questions about TVs or movies that you want scienced, I'm gonna start doing those because I've been wanting to do those for ages. And so I'm just gonna start doing videos on them because I want to. And then maybe if I have time, I'm going to do like other games that I think may not perform as well on Game Theorists. But I want to do videos on, like I want to do one on Elite Dangerous et al. But that is a topic for another time, because this video is now officially, this live stream is now officially over. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you had fun, and thank you for forgiving me for my minor math error. And I hope you enjoyed me going over the new math, because that was a lot of fun too. Thank you for catching my math error. I would have caught it if it was for an actual video, because I always check my work. Me checking here was to make sure that checking the chat was my thing to see if I had missed anything major. So I figured some of you were probably I forgot what I was saying, because I'm trying to read the chat. Everyone seems entrenched in their beliefs about whatever it can be. That's fine. Do whatever you want. Be entrenched in your beliefs. It's fiction. It doesn't have to make sense at the end of the day. But I'm gonna go. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. Look forward to my next one. I don't know what it's gonna be on, but we will be doing it on something. Yeah, I don't want to do Minecraft twice in a row, but I have some stuff to say about some mistakes I made in my Shoddycast Minecraft video. Also relativity based, and actually kind of a bigger deal. But thank you so much, and y'all have a good one. He didn't get like a single calculation right. That's not true. Fuck you, Henry. How did I not get a single calculation right? Tell me. Tell me how I didn't get a single calculation right. Tell me. What did I do wrong? Someone tell me. Anyway, Benegrim, it's not an 8 times smaller sphere. It has to be much smaller than that. No, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait to hear about all the calculations I got wrong in this video. I'm waiting for it. I'm here. You have my attention, chat. I'm waiting here. Waiting. Here I am, sitting here waiting. Waiting for all my mistakes to be coming up. The world is round. This is just me, the awkward ending of me just waiting. Yeah, Henry, show your work, motherfucker. You better explain fast. This is the most awkward ending ever to anybody watching it. In the future, they're gonna be like, why? They're gonna be like, why is Austin just like haranguing some random person? This is me just waiting. The size of the overworld is known. I showed it in the very beginning of the live stream, you dumb fuck. That's it. Done with you. Anyway, everyone have a good one. Henry's a dipshit. All dipshits from now on shall be named Henry. Congratulations, you are immortalized as a dipshit. All of you, have a good day. I'm going to end the stream. Sincerely, Austin.